Welcome, yogis. We'll begin practice today in a seat. So go ahead and find a cross-legged position. Close your eyes down and extend your spine. Take a few deep breaths through your rib cage, feeling the expansion, the space that you're creating between each individual rib. Be mindful to expand in all directions, forward, the side ribs, and the back ribs. Balance the length and strength of each breath. Extend upward from the back of your neck. Now imagine you are being lovingly lifted by the tops of your ears, and see if you can't get a little bit more lightness. On a breath in, sweep your arms wide to the side and up and overhead. Exhale, take your hands back down to heart center. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, big breath in, sweep. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment with eyes closed to set an intention for practice. What are you here to focus on? What are you looking to manifest? Thoughts and intention are powerful things. Be specific. Hold it in your mind. Let your arms relax back down to your lap. The left fingertips will graze the ground as your right arm extends upward. Take a breath in. Exhale, side bend to the left. Spiral your gaze up past your top arm. And then inhale, come right back up through center. The right fingertips graze the earth, left arm to sky. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, side bend. Spiral your gaze to the left. Inhale, back up, flow it over to the other side. And take it back through center, up and over. And come back to center. Both hands to your knees, and then it's an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, sink in around the spine. Taking a few of these seated cat-cows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melts. Go at the pace of your breath. If your body wants a little bit of swaying motion or to linger in any position, feel free. As you're ready, roll over your shins, take it into your tabletop position. Ground your palms, grip through your fingertips. Tuck your toes under, and then go ahead and hover your knees an inch or so off the mat. Take little shifting motions forward and backwards. Breathe strong through the belly. Allow your knees to come right back down to the earth. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread without setting the shoulder down. Just reach, and then inhale back to sky. Take that again. Thread through. Inhale to sky. Last time, thread, set the shoulder down, and we'll reach the left arm forward. Tented fingertips. square down through the left side body. So imagine as if your left armpit could open or close. We're closing it down. Tricep spirals towards the earth. And take your left hand back into your face. Unravel. Right arm to sky. And we switch. Right fingertips grip the earth. Left arm reach up to the sky. Thread it through without setting the shoulder down. Inhale back to sky. Again, thread it under. Back to sky. This time, thread it through, set the shoulder down. Reach your right fingertips forward. And just close down the armpit. Spiral the right tricep towards the earth. You should feel a little bit of engagement here through the side body. And take your right hand back in front of your face. Left arm to sky, reach it up. Two hands come back down to the mat. Bring your palms forward, just one paw print. Tuck your toes and lift up and back, downward facing dog. If it feels right to pedal out the legs, then do so. Ensure that once again your triceps are spiraling down towards the ground. That same sensation that you just had in your thread needle. Now on an inhale, rise to your tiptoes. Tuck your tailbone, draw the navel up, round the spine forward until you hit your plank pose. Level out the plank, take an inhale, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. Breathe in for cobra, point your toes and ground them. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Press through a child's pose, tuck your toes, and it's right back to down dog. Now straight away, rise to your tiptoes, take a walk forward to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat spine. Exhale, bow forward. Rise to stand, sweep your arms up. Hands to heart, exhale. And be mindful here of, again, squeezing your glutes, draw your navel in, and create a neutral pelvis. So if you have a tendency to sit with a little arc in your back, your work here is to draw the navel in. Keep the front of your pelvis flat. If you're typically turned under, even more so where you're almost flat in your back, then you might think of just the littlest bit of arc. For me, my navel draws in. Now inhale again, reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. Halfway lift, long back. Ground your palms, step or jump. Come through chaturanga. If you're ready for it, upward facing dog. Pike the hips back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Lifting the hip crease a little higher. And being mindful not to spill out in the armpits. Once again, wrap the triceps in. Take an inhale, rise to your tiptoes. Bend your knees to load your legs. Look forward and try a hop. Top of the mat. Flat back and fold. Rise up to stand. Sweep your arms up. And hands to heart, exhale. This time it's chair. Sink low, extend the arms. Exhale, fold. Flat back. Ground the palms, step or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in, right leg to sky. Draw your knee forward, step it forward. Warrior 1. The back heel grounds, the arms reach. Same work to draw the navel in and up. Same work to lengthen towards the sky. Stay grounded. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take the hands to the mat. Inhale, plank pose. Squeeze your glutes. Chaturanga. Up dog, lift the heart. Down dog, take it back. Right away, left leg to sky, sweep it high. Take the knee forward, step the foot forward, warrior 1. Back heel down, arms up. Take a moment to be here. Ground through the feet, lengthen through the fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands come right back down. Inhale, plank pose. You know what to do. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Rise to your tiptoes. Drop your heels to the right, staggering the feet but staying in the down dog. Breathe through the left side body. And take it back up to center. Drop your heels to the left. Stay in the down dog. Just press the floor away. Come on back to center. Inhale to tiptoes. Bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop. Half lift and fold. Rise up. Extend the arms. Hands to heart, exhale. Once again, chair pose. This time, take your hands down to your heart. Breathe in for length. Breathe out, twist to the left, and bind the elbow outside the knee if you can. Navel draws in, sink lower. Feel the extension from the back of your neck and breathe big. One more full breath in. Exhale, release, and fold forward. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider and hang in a rag doll. Grab opposite elbows. Little bob and sway. Come on back with your feet together to touch. Little space between your heels. Chair pose. Hands come down to heart center. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist to your right. Hook the elbow. Palms come closer and closer towards heart center. Sit back in the hips while extending the crown of your head. Last 2 breaths. One more full breath in. Exhale, bow forward. This time, right away, extend the spine. Ground the palms, step or jump, chaturanga. Upward face to downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg to sky. Knee to nose, step the foot forward, warrior 1. Rise. And get your feet set, spread your toes. Turn your palms to face forward, take an inhale. Exhale, field goal arms, open the chest. Now take a breath in here. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep your back foot grounded, maintain comfortable sensation in the back knee. So don't twist so much that it starts to do some weird things. Open the wingspan, flip your left palm and reverse. Take it down to runner's twist. Left fingertips graze the earth. Left heel lifts, right arm to sky. Strong and active in your legs. Left heel back, right knee forward. Take your hands back down to the ground. Step back, plank pose. Now if you're feeling like this one, let's try 5 push-ups. Knees down is totally welcome. Here we go. Bend the elbows and press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, chaturanga into up dog, lift the heart. Down dog, hips high and back. 3 breaths. Inhale, left leg to sky. Knee forward, step the foot forward, warrior 1, ground your back foot, reach up. Engage through your glutes, press your feet into the ground, keep the legs active. Spin the palms to face forward as you breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, field goal arms. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Just let the body go naturally where it wants to go. Don't worry about this big, deep, full expression. Feel the body. Feel where you're getting little tugs and sensation and honor that. Now, open the wingspan. Flip your right palm reverse. Take your right fingertips to the earth. Let your back heel lift. Runner's twist. Control the transition. Now at the same time that your heel is moving back and your knee is moving forward, can you also hug into midline? Squeeze your inner thighs together. Get a little lower in your hand through the hips by bending your front knee a little more. Inhale. Exhale, left hand to mat. Inhale is plank. Now again, if you're up for it, 5 more push-ups. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Extend your heels down, sits bones up. Lower your knees down to the mat. Sink back on your heels for hero's pose. Both arms sweeps forward and up to sky. Bend the elbows, take your field goal arms. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the left. Open your wingspan. Reverse. Left fingertips to the earth, right arm high. Come back up to center, 2 arms to sky. Field goal arms, pull down. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right. Open and wingspan. Reverse, right fingertips down, left arm high to sky. Come back up, both arms up, look forward. Take your hands back down to the mat. Walk your hands forward, tabletop. Get your shins parallel to one another. And then inhale, cow pose. Exhale, press and round for your cat back. Just 2 more. Inhale, arc. And exhale to round. Last one. Arc the spine. And press and round. Come back to neutral. Forearms down to the mat. Forearms parallel to one another. Elbows under your shoulders and even just slightly narrower. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Walk your feet as far forward as you can, staying in your dolphin pose. Breathe here. Feel that your shoulder blades are rising towards your ears. Push through the ground with the elbows. Couple more breaths. Stay with me. As you're ready, lower your knees. Come back to a child's pose. Forehead to mat. Soften your elbows and breathe. Rise back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift to down dog. Take a breath in, high tip toes. Breath out, bend your knees a lot, sink back, and then right foot forward, lizard lunge. Lower your back knee. Take your left hand a little bit wider. Right hand to your knee and twist. If you're feeling like it, you can try bending your left knee. Reach back with your right hand and see if you can get your foot. Continue spiraling. If you have the foot, your thumb to sky will be a better position for the shoulder. Keep it open. Roll the shoulder down and away from your ear. Gently release. Take your hands back to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high tip toes. Bend the knees, sink back like child's pose. Hover the knees, look forward, step left foot wide. Lizard lunge. Lower your back knee down. Take your right hand a bit wider. Left hand to your knee and twist. If you're going further, now's the time. Bend your right knee, reach your left hand back, and grab your foot. Enjoy for the last couple breaths. Gently release. Take your hands back to the mat. Step back, down dog. Now here, step your feet as wide as the mat. Walk your hands back and come back to a yogi squat. Hands to heart center. Do your best to sit your weight back. Engage your glutes as the knees draw open wide. Extend from your back body. Take your hands to the mat. Straighten your legs and pivot your heels out, toes in. Tent your right fingers underneath your face. Put your left hand on your low back and start to twist open. If you'd like to, extend your left arm to the sky. Sweep your left arm overhead, bicep by the ear. Take it down to the earth and switch. Left fingertips to ground, right hand to the low back. Spiral the heart open. And if you choose it, reach your right arm to the sky. Sweep your right arm overhead, bicep by the ear, two hands come down. Now in this wider stance, turn your toes out once again, sink down to a goddess, and take your hands to your knees, thumbs in, fingertips out. Inhale here, exhale, dip your right shoulder into center. Up the middle, left shoulder dips. Take these back and forth a few times at your own pace. Feel that you're getting a nice inner thigh stretch. At the same time, good mobility in the shoulders. All right, when you're through, take your hands to the mat, walk forward, take your feet back to an even downward facing dog. Lower your forearms down to the mat, see if you can do it in one motion. Find your dolphin. Now here you can choose to hold the dolphin. Try for 5 or so breaths. If you want a little more, reach your right leg to the sky, hold there for 5 or so breaths. If you're with me, you might try a few hops. Look forward, bend your standing leg, and try a few jumps. Balance is not necessarily the goal, but if you find it, play with it. And then we'll all lower down, take a child's pose. Once more, come back to your forearms, tuck your toes, lift to dolphin. So you find your work. Hold here for 5 or so breaths. For a little more, left leg to sky, hold there for 5 or so breaths. Or you might try a few hops. Again, don't worry about balance, just look for the buoyancy. If you happen to find some balance, great, work with it. Think about your plank. Press your frontal hip bones forward, squeeze your glutes, keep your belly strong. As you're ready, come back down, child's pose. Rise back up to your hero's pose, sitting on your heels. Now, as you're ready, take an interlace behind your back. Fists at the low back, bend your elbows, wrap them in, and then if you'd like, try straightening your arms. Weave your fist over to your left hip. Elbow will wrap back, and then drop your left ear to your shoulder. Take your fist over to the right hip. Right elbow wraps back, and it's right ear to shoulder. Release your fists. Oh, this goes right swirl. Let's come to lay down on our backs. Make your way down gently. And then as you get down, we'll take the right knee into the chest. Extend your left leg long. Maintain a little bit of activity and expand your breath into your right thigh bone. Take your knee into your left hand and just drag the knee across the body a bit. Let it rock back to where it was. Take that a couple times. Pull across and rock back. Pull across, rock back. Now take your right thumb into your right hip crease. Push your hip down and away from your shoulder, and then again drag the knee across to the twist. This time set the knee down, or at least ground it with your left hand, and reach your right arm wide. If you want a little more, bend your left knee, see if your right hand can grab your foot. And if you want more still, left hand to the razor edge of your right foot, kick your legs straight. Continue to roll your right hip down and away from your shoulder. Bend your right knee, place your foot to the outside of your left hip, and grab a hold of your ankle. Let yourself shift a little bit more so on your back. So your right hip comes a little bit more down towards the ground. The pose transitions more to a forward facing or up towards the sky facing posture. And now we have this hip opener through the outer right hip. Take this position into a figure four. Release your right foot, heel toe the foot across the mat, and level out the pelvis. Now adjust so that your ankle is by the knee, this nice figure four shape with a straight right shin. Bend your elbows, palms face one another, upper arm bones right by the rib cage. Ground down through the arm bones, ground through the left foot, and peel your hips up off the ground for your bridge with the figure four. Extend your right leg straight up to the sky. Take your right foot to the ground, feet hips width distance. Lift the hips a bit higher. Continue grounding through the elbows, through the backs of the arms. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down to the ground. Extend your right leg, take your left knee to chest. Engage your right leg by extending your heel forward. Expand your breath into your left thigh. Now take your right hand to your knee, drag it across the body and back towards neutral. A couple of those rocks across and to neutral. One more. Back to neutral. Now take your left thumb into your left hip crease. Round the hip down and away from your shoulder and pull across to twist. Maintain the dropping of the left hip. Reach your left arm wide and ground your knee with your right hand. Again, for more. Left hand can reach for your right foot as you bend your knee. For even more, right hand to the razor edge of your left foot, and you can try kicking your legs straight. Now, bend your left knee. Take your foot to the outer right hip, grab hold of your ankle, and you can shift little bits so that, again, the posture facing more up towards the sky. Feel the stretch in the outer left hip and glute. Easy breaths. Now keep the take it back towards the figure. Square out the hips. Level out the figure four so your shin is more parallel. And hands again will return by your sides. Palms face one another with your elbows bent. Ground through your right foot. Peel your hips off the ground. Keep a flexed left foot. Level through your hips. Kick your left leg straight up to the sky. Ground your foot. Feet hips width. Lift to a bigger bridge pose. Pull your heels towards your shoulders. Squeeze your glutes and lift your frontal hip bones. Now if you desire full wheel, you'll take the hands by your ears, press through the ground, and lift up to the full posture. Breathe. As you're ready, chin to chest, roll your spine back down. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Sway back and forth, windshield wiping side to side. And then use these final moments for any other shapes your body needs. Practice. You might just like simple knees to chest, perhaps more of a happy baby. And maybe it's simple rocking side to side. Now, whenever you're satisfied, find your final resting posture. You might try Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees wide, and then just let your arms gently rest at your sides. Take any adjustments you need so that you're comfortable. And then from your low belly, fill with a third of your breath. Fill the belly under the ribs 1/3. Fill the upper chest, rib cage the rest of the way. And exhale, release. Inhale through the low belly first. The low ribs. The chest all the way to collarbones. Open mouth, release. One more time through the low belly, low ribs, chest, release. Now let the breath go. Soften your effort, but do your best to stay in the moment. Keep your attention on the sound of your breath, the sound of music you may have playing, or just perhaps your simple surroundings. Shavasana. Start to deepen your breath. Add movement through your hands and your feet. Draw your knees into center and into your chest. Rock over to one side and give gently press up to a seat, keeping your eyes closed. Sit up tall. Guide your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your head. Recall any intention that you may have set and serve it up to something bigger than yourself. Surrender to something greater. You set your intention, you ground in the self, but then release and return to a state of service, selflessness, and see what then transpires. We'll close practice by bringing thumbs to third eye at the forehead. Together with love, light, and gratitude, I bow to you.